Hello guys and welcome back to this. Now today we are ranking every single league stadium, you heard that, every single league stadium, so that's Premier League, Championship, League 1 and League 2. This is something I'm going to really struggle with because I haven't been to half of these, but I'm ranking them atmosphere, structure and fan base, like how much they fill the stadium every weekend. So like bottom of League 2 could be like 50%, top at Premier League sold out every weekend. So yeah, it's probably going to take about 2 days to record. It's going to be out on Wednesday as I'm speaking. So let's get into it. So we're starting off with Man City, which is Liverpool, which is Anfield, obviously. Been meant to do a stadium tour. Great ground, but I've never been to see a match, hoping to in the near future. So yeah, Anfield, I'm just going to check how much capacity it was on the phone, which I'm using, obviously. Something like... Wait 2 minutes. Anfield capacity. 54,000, which... It's alright, but like we need more capacity, so I'm rating capacity 3 out of 10, to be fair. Now we're moving on to... structure / design. Yeah, great stadium. Obviously you had redevelopments back in 17-18 season. Yeah, 17-18 season, where the main stand got redeveloped. There's more stuff of the 2 minutes. This is unscripted, guys, so hear me out. Of the Anfield Road stand being developed to make it into like 60,000-70,000, all that. So yeah, it's going to be... We're going to go there for a vlog. It's going to be pretty good. I'm thinking of going in the near future. Champions League, maybe. Hint, hint. So, yeah. The atmosphere, we'll give it a rate. There's either unreal, alright, good, bad. Yeah, so I'm going to give it unreal because, you know, never walk alone at the beginning of it. Pretty decent. So, yeah, let's move on to Stamford Bridge. So, now we're moving on to King Power Stadium, home of Leicester City. Obviously, I've been there when Fleetwood played Leicester in the Carabao Cup last season. We lost 4-0, but the stadium was half empty for Leicester, which... Sorry, guys. So, the stadium was half empty for Leicester, which, you know, it could have been alright, but, you know, I'm going to give the atmosphere... good, because I'm doing this as I've seen them actually. So yeah, I'm giving the atmosphere good because obviously the atmosphere wasn't that good. So now we're moving on to structure. Obviously there's no bars in the way. Capacity is like 40,000 or something like that. So it's decent. Oh, and Leicester are second in Premier League. Arsenal's moving on to Chelsea, but the third. Yeah, so pretty much I'm doing this video now as 2 parts because I'm not going to have time to upload a 92-minute video, 90-minute video even. So yeah, let's move on to Chelsea, and I promise this time it's Chelsea. So Chelsea are homed at Stamford Bridge, where there's major development going on, or planning ahead and all that. So yeah. The capacity is like 60,000 something. It's just bigger than Anfield actually, because the shed end is like, and all of it is double. How do you say, double tiered? Yeah. So it was one part. It's a bit like Macron. One part hospitality. Second part. So I've never been. Like you'll notice with a record here. Notice with a record here of not going. So, yeah, I'm going to give... The structure is good. Fans. It's pretty difficult to think that Chelsea fans... Yeah, I'm going to give them a alright. Because, you know... Yeah, so... It was on structure, fans... What was your part? Atmosphere. Yeah, obviously they haven't got any songs. They've just got We Are Chelsea... Blues Colour Football is a game. I'm so wankered. All that one. So yeah, I've just done that shit. Sorry. So yeah, let's move on to, I think it's Man City. So now we're moving on to the Etihad, home of Man City. Pretty nice ground, to be fair. I've been on the outside of it. I'll probably put some pictures up here and here of the outside, like the welcome to players and all that. But I'm thinking of going one day. Like Liverpool, my plans for the future are Liverpool, City, maybe Man United, Everton, Newcastle. That's just plans. Hopefully we can get some of them in round 3. And Tottenham as well, because they got a new ground. So yeah, Man City holds about 60,000. It's got a couple of different names: University of Manchester Stadium, City of Manchester Stadium, and the Etihad. I'm gonna give their fans a alright, because that's, Man City. Called the plasticest club in the UK. I don't know what plasticest means. So yeah, let's move on to Sheffield United, Bramall Lane. So Bramall Lane is in Sheffield. Obviously, I don't know how much it holds. Probably about 50,000. They got promoted last year from the Championship, which decent for them. So yeah, structure 7 out of 10. Fans, I'm going to give them a good, and atmosphere decent, because they only sell out like 3/4 of the stadium every week. Depends who they're playing, because like Wolves, they'll probably sell out half. Anfield, Liverpool will be sold out, obviously. Man City will be sold out, but I don't really know. So let's move on to, I think it's Bournemouth. So let's move on to Arsenal. So the Gunners are homed in the Emirates Stadium, one of the newest grounds out there. Obviously opened in 2008. So yeah, I don't really know about the Emirates that much, because obviously if it was either Arsenal or Tottenham, it would be Tottenham, obviously. So yeah, it looks alright from the outside, but like as soon as you get in, there's some flaws, and which was 2 flaws. Good one. So yeah, there's 2 flaws, like the Macron. Obviously, we don't sell out that much. So yeah, and when it said in the intro 92, I just realised it's for 90 because Coventry are ground zero with Birmingham, and Bury. Sadly, aren't in Football League, but I visited them, so I might put them in just a little honourable mention. So let's move on to. I think it's Tottenham. So when I said Tottenham, Man United, obviously they're in 7th in the Premier League, which is one of the poorest starts they've had under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's his first season though, so we're not doing anything about seasons, by the way. Another video. So yeah, Old Trafford, one of the oldest grounds in England, in the UK. Really, really good, but there's some flaws to it. Yeah. So yeah, the design is nice, but I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10 because it's got the main stand, and it's got like the Stretford end, and it's got the other. I think it's the Alex Ferguson stand, which is quite low. A bit like Highbury, not Arsenal's one, but Fleetwood. It's got the Highbury stand, which is like there, and the what's it called Parkside. It's got the Parkside stand, which is like there. So it's like that pretty much. When you look over, you can see the top of it actually, from the top of Highbury. So yeah, let's move on to 8th. So now we're moving on to Wolves, the Molineux. I was thinking of going there, but thought not to. Obviously, when I went to Birmingham, the tram from Birmingham City Centre goes to Wolverhampton. Went to the Hawthorns, but only saw a bit of it because it's all closed. So the Molineux is one of the nicest stadiums in the UK. I'll put it out there now from my perspective. Obviously, being a Fleetwood fan, I've never been, and yeah, I'm thinking of going there too. So, yeah, Fans are good, so I'm going to give them a good, yeah. The atmosphere is alright sometimes. It depends who we're playing. Again, like Villa, I'm there too. So let's move on to AFC Bournemouth. So Bournemouth are in 9th in Premier League, obviously under one of the longest serving managers in Britain, under Eddie Howe. Yeah, it's the smallest stadium in the UK, not the UK, in the Premier League and in the Premier League Championship and nearly League One. So, yeah, it's the Vitality Stadium, or Dean Court as it's called, for not under sponsorship reasons. So, yeah, they're in 9th in the Premier League. One of the good starters, along with Sheffield United and Leicester, because Leicester have had a better start than the season where they won the Premier League. I bet you didn't know that. So, yeah, it's a great stadium. They fill it every weekend. It's really, really difficult to get tickets to there. Yeah, so that's why AFC Bournemouth are. So that's why I'm putting them as a good. So now we're moving on to Burnley FC, Turf Moor, old-fashioned ground, obviously. I've been there, but just to have a look around it because I was in Blackburn, so I just decided to go down to Burnley because it's only a couple of minute drive away. So yeah, I don't really know that much about Burnley, to be fair, as a club. Obviously, Sean Dyche, 7 years at Burnley, pretty good. I just watch some Burnley YouTubers like Vizzo. I just relate to him, actually. Like atmosphere and all that. So, yeah, the atmosphere, decent. Yeah, it's decent, to be fair. Pretty good. But, like, they don't fill the stadium all that much, because if you go on the club website, it says, like, 100 and something tickets available. Thousands of tickets available. So, yeah, let's move on to Brighton and Hove Albion. So, Brighton, yeah, the Amex. Yeah, don't get mixed up with the Lamex, which is Stevenage Brothers. Yeah, it looks pretty modern, to be fair. Obviously, in 11th this year, mid-table, between Crystal Palace and Burnley. Yeah, they sell out near enough every week. The fans are alright. I'm going to put it alright. So, because they're not that good. Don't sing that much. They don't have a song or anything. So, yeah. Let's move on to Crystal Palace. So, Crystal Palace are based in London, Selhurst Park. Obviously, that is alright, but the tunnel is at the side, because if you look, the goalpost is there. Tunnel will be behind. So, yeah, I don't know this much about Crystal Palace, obviously, because being a Fleetwood fan, yeah, you don't know that much. So, yeah, I don't really know what to say. I might save there's 2 parts, so I might save this part 2, do it at the end of part 2, or I'll do it now, because yeah, the fans are alright. I don't know that much about the stadium, Selhurst Park. Obviously, Wimbledon was meant to play there. So, yeah, let's move on to Newcastle. So, the 13th place is Newcastle, St James's Park. Obviously, I've been up the road to Sunderland for Stadium of Light, because they're in League One now, obviously. It's a nice ground. People call it the Sports Direct Arena, or, yeah, because it's literally a billboard for Sports Direct. So, yeah, the fans are alright. Obviously, one of the most famous fans, True Geordie. Can't pronounce that. Yeah, obviously, good YouTuber, but this isn't about YouTube, it's about stadiums. So, yeah, it's decent. I'm going to put fans decent, atmosphere decent, stadium good. So let's move on to the newest stadium in this list, which is the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, also known as the Toilet Bowl, by Arsenal fans. It's the newest stadium in England, in pretty much Europe, because, yeah, so it's alright. It's really good for the design. Obviously, it's got the biggest single-tiered stand in the UK. Its atmosphere is good, obviously, when Spurs go marching in. That chant is sung. Yeah, and we've got the biggest bar in the UK. Don't mean like metal bar, I mean like pub bar. Along the sideline, and we've got bottoms up beer, which is pretty much beer which fills at the top. So let's move on to, I don't know who it is because I always lose track of this. So let's move on to Everton. So Goodison Park now, home of Everton. Obviously they're planning to move out to the Dockyard Stadium, which is going to be near Albert Dock in Liverpool. Obviously Anfield is nearby, which was 15 places ago. It looks nice, really, really old-fashioned ground. The fans are good. The atmosphere is decent. So, yeah. Let's move on to West Ham. So, West Ham now, obviously, in the London Stadium, the Olympic Stadium as well, where the Olympics was. Obviously, it's near the... I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's pretty much a huge helter-skelter. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I've lost it now. Shit. I've lost my page on here. So, anyway, yeah. The atmosphere is piss poor in the stadium. So, let's move on to Aston Villa. So, Aston Villa is in Villa Park, obviously. It's in Birmingham. Yeah. It's in Birmingham, where I was going to go to it when it was in Birmingham, obviously. It's the best stadium in Birmingham by some football fans, not by my opinion. So, yeah. Villa are 17th in the Premier League, hovering just above the relegation zone. It's really, really close by 3 points from safety if Watford win. So, yeah, it's good. I'm going to give all threes good. So, let's move on to Watford. So, Vicarage Road is home of Watford FC. Obviously, Elton John has got shares into the club. We've got a stand named after him, the Elton John stand. And I'm not sure about the capacity. It's about 55,000. About 40,000, obviously. So, yeah. Very 18th in Premier League. Final relegation place. So, let's move on to Southampton. So, Southampton is home to St Mary's Stadium. Obviously, there was a scandal where John Westwood, a Portsmouth fan, wasn't allowed in the England game for some stupid reason, like because he had a Portsmouth jacket on like this. So, yeah, it's a decent stadium to be fair. I've never been, but I really want to go. Obviously, there's a pattern here. See what I mean? 92, maybe someday. So yeah, let's move on to the final Premier League stadium. What is it? Norwich Stadium. I don't know what it is. Comment below. So, Carrow Road is Norwich City Stadium. I just didn't spring to mind really. So, it's an alright ground. Obviously, they're pretty good at home, Norwich, although they just won against Man City a couple of weekends ago. So, yeah, the fans are decent. Design Stadium is pretty good, and the atmosphere is amazing. So, yeah, let's move on to the Championship now. We've been relegated. We're getting relegated. I can't believe it. It's Sunderland, yay. I'm joking, guys. So, let's move on to the Championship now. So, because I've not got enough storage on my phone, Part 2 and 3 is going to be tomorrow, and Part 4, League 2, is going to be on Wednesday. So, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow today. It's going to be straight It's going to be, this is going to be going out Monday night. Yeah, so it's going to be coming out Tuesday midday. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Today.